In today's video, Today we are going to give my living room a little refresh for spring. I was feeling some new decorating items and just getting everything really nice and cleaned for this next season. So the first thing I'm going to do is cover up these spots on the wall. I have 3 of them to do. So our house is a new build, and at the 1-year mark, the builder will come out and fix any spots that you point out. So that is what happened here. They had to fix like a bump in the wall, and after they did that, they just painted the wall the color that the house was originally painted, which was Sherwin Williams Natural Choice. Now, I didn't have a say in that. That's just what they paint all the houses here. But it was a creamy kind of tan color, and it was a flat finish. Well, if you have ever had flat paint in your house, the scuff marks do not come out of it well. Any little mark on it stays. So I have been painting over the entire house Sherwin Williams pure white and a matte finish. So it has just a little bit more sheen, but not a ton. And so I just needed to go through the spaces in my living room and dining area and cover up these spots with the pure white color that I've been using. As you can see on the other side, I started with a brush, but it is always better to use a roller. So I used a mini roller here. I do use a brush by the ceiling. I have painted many homes and lots of walls in the last 12 or 15 years of my life. So I'm pretty much a pro at this point in painting. Honestly, I'm getting a little tired of it. But these spots only took 2 coats each, so I did 1 coat and let them dry. So you'll see a few clips of that, but I won't bore you with all of the painting. I will say though, it is crazy how much of a difference having that spot on the wall is. It just makes the space feel very incomplete and like something is wrong. So it feels so much better to just take the time and get these all painted over. We do have 9-foot ceilings on this main level, so I usually need to get out a ladder when I need to paint up high like this. Now let's do a little cleaning. So we love to play games, so I had a few games on the floor. Honestly, I've just kind of let the living room go a little bit. I know it doesn't look like it, but I have been playing around with decor items and just leaving them there and not taking care of them. I also am going to take the time to get rid of some of these blankets that I've just had in this basket. I didn't even use these blankets, so I don't know why they're there. I am really feeling the itch to just declutter my home right now, get everything all fresh and tidy for spring. So I'm going to move the couch out a little bit because I needed to get back there for painting the ceiling, but I also thought this would be a great time to clean the blinds and also the baseboards and just vacuum behind the couch because I never move that couch to vacuum behind it. It wasn't too bad because we've only been here a year. The blinds were a little dusty, but we're just going to take a few minutes and clean this space up. I hope this inspires you to clean up your own living room or spaces in your home. Let's do this together and get our home looking fresh for springtime. The cleaning solution that I'm about to use is just a combination of a lot of water and a capful of Thieves Essential Oil. I love this cleaner, it smells amazing. I am looking at another product that I might get for some cleaning solution. I will let you know if I get that and how I like it. So I'm just making sure everything is nice and fresh. And my light is attached to Alexa, so all I have to do is tell her to turn on the living room light, and that one turned on. You can also have Alexa turn on your lights when it starts getting dark outside. So some of my lights do that as well, and that is a really nice feature to use. My kids love to take these pillows off of this chair and play around with the blankets, so I'm just going to take a minute to straighten up over here. Now, I could change out my pillows, but I'm actually loving the colors and the style right now. I am not ready to change out my pillows yet, so I'm just going to straighten these ones up. I will do that to my couch later as well, but my kids play with these all the time, so they do get messed up. After this, we are going to move this chair and start cleaning the bookcases. I'll be honest, I do not dust these bookcases often at all. I never have. During my many years of owning homes, I just don't take the time to usually clean them, but we're gonna do that today. I am also going to take some of the decor off of the bookcases. I am just craving a very simple and subtle design style right now. I just have this less is more idea in my head and how I really want to be purposeful with the items that I bring into my home. So I am going to take the items that I'm unsure about or I feel like it's just a little too much clutter. I'm going to put them on my coffee table as I go through and dust. And that way I can see the ones that I don't want to use on my bookcase, or maybe I'll do some rearranging, and it will help me visualize the space better. I also have other areas of my home that I need to decorate, so I can also use some of these things for those spaces, or I can save them for a different time. I love changing out my decor, so it's always nice to have items in the basement to use at a later date. One thing you won't see is quite often I do take my duster and go outside and shake it off, hit it against the side of the house so any dust does come off of it. The sconces up above are from Amazon. Those are battery operated sconces. I will turn those on at the end. I absolutely love those. I did have to spray paint those because the color that they came in wasn't my favorite. I found a pencil mark on one of my cabinet doors. I'm assuming it's from one of my kids. It did come off easily, but I just want to make sure that I take the time to clean every single space so that when this room is all done, I can feel really good about the progress that I made. And in just a moment, you will see right about here, I almost fell off the chair. scared me to death. And then a second later, I started dancing. If you want to know what I was listening to, I was listening to Hanson. I am not afraid to admit it. I grew up in the late 80s and 90s, and Hanson was a part of my life. It actually got me through a really tough time listening to that music, so I still love it and play it in my house. I also love to listen to crime podcasts. Crime Junkie, I actually like Dateline because at the end of each episode, you get a conclusion. You find out who did it, and usually they get justice. So I love Dateline, listening to that. We might as well have fun while we're cleaning since we do it all the time. Let me know in the comments below if you listen to music or podcasts or do something else while you're cleaning. What helps you make it fun? I am just going to finish up my second coat of paint over here. It is so nice to have this done. It was an eyesore staring at it all the time. And if it wasn't for you in this video, it probably would have sat there for a while longer. It is nice to have that checked off my list. All right, we're gonna come over here to this side of the bookcases, and I'll be honest, I was loving the right side of the bookcases from the moment I decorated them, but this left side has just not been my favorite. Something just has not been feeling right. So we're gonna take off quite a few pieces and see if I can play around with it, maybe grab some things from the basement or a different room, and just get some of the clutter out and reorganize it, redecorate it, and see if we can come up with something that looks a little bit better. Most of the decor pieces that you see are from Hobby Lobby, Target, or at home. There may be a thing or two from Amazon. I will link to what I can in the description below. So in that cabinet right there, I put the remote for the fireplace as well as the battery sconces. Just to keep them out of the way, it's really easy to just reach in there and grab those. Most of those cupboards, they are for extra storage, but I really don't have much in them, which is really nice. That means that I have a lot of storage in other places of my home. So these are the items that I took off and that I'm just kind of unsure about right now. I am going to take these and move them into my dining room just so I can think about them. I might use a few pieces in here still, but this is where we're at right now. So what you see up there is everything that I love and want to keep in that particular space. That was a nice little magic trick, wasn't it? It would be great if that happened in real life and things just took care of themselves. So I'm gonna take a few minutes here and clean the table off. With little kids and food and feet, it needs to be cleaned off. And then as soon as I was done, Margot decided it would be fun to go up there. She is adorable. She is about 1.5 years old. She is fully grown. Margot is a Cavapoo. So she is a combination of a mini poodle and a Cavalier King Charles. She is adorable. I'm going to take a minute here to clean the blinds. I never do this. I don't know. It just does not seem like something that's fun. And I'll be honest, I did my best here, but I think taking a wet rag and standing on a stepladder and really getting in between them will be my next step. I don't feel like the dusting did the best job. All right, we are done with behind the couch, so I'm going to push this couch back to where it was. I'm going to straighten out the pillows. I am also going to take the blankets and give them a good wash. I try to wash them once a month or just whenever they're starting to kind of feel a little bit dirty from food being on them, but I need to probably wash those a little bit more often than I should. But that's just a nice spring cleaning idea to get your blankets washed for a fresh start. I think vacuuming and mopping are my favorite cleaning chores. I just love the difference that they make. You can usually see the vacuum lines on carpets and rugs, and after you mop, all the little footprints and the grime on the floors are gone. They do take a bit of time to do, but those are my favorite cleaning chores. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite cleaning chore is. Margot is always by my side. If I am up doing something, she is following me around. So you will probably see her in a lot of my videos. When I finally sit down for the day, that's when she sits down and rests. So she is usually by my side, following me around. Some of Margot's toys live here in the living room and the rest are in a basket in my office. So I was just going through and picking out the ones she likes the most to keep in here, and of course she sees the other ones and had to bring one back. But the neat thing about the coffee table that I have is I can kind of hide the toys. I will actually end up putting them on a different side. So from this angle, you won't be able to see them when I move them later. But that is the neat thing about that coffee table, is they can hide things in those little compartments down there. This wicker basket hides some of our blankets when we're not using them. I just keep it on the side of the couch for now. I'm also not going to put the leather poof back in here right now. I'm going to keep it in my office for a little bit and see how I like it. So I'm going to keep the decor on this table simple. I had a taller plant here and my kids could barely see over it when they were watching TV. So I just took the one that I had up on the bookcases and put that back on the coffee table, and a simple candle. Like I said, I just want to declutter and keep things simple right now. I am going to dust off the frame TV. We will actually change that picture out in just a moment. And I'm going to clean off the glass on my fireplace. My kids do a great job at not touching this. It's also electric, so it doesn't get warm. It does have an option for a little heater on it, but we never really use it. And I love this thing. I will link it in the description below. It does a ton of different colors, and I have this thing on all the time. Let's take a minute to change out the picture on this TV. Wintertime is starting to be over with, and I just wanted something more fresh, maybe a little moody. I was just craving some change, and that is the one thing I love about the frame TV. It's an art piece and a TV in one. So I'm just gonna go through some of the ones that I already have uploaded and just kind of see what fits my mood right now. And honestly, let's go back. I am loving this one. I love the dark, moody colors. It's still fairly overcast outside often here in Indiana, so I am going to pick that one for now. We are just about done, so we're gonna light the candle and I'm gonna give you a little tour of the finished space. I loved making this video for you. I absolutely love these clean, organized, and decorate videos. They're some of my favorite things to do. I hope that this inspires you to get your spaces in your home cleaned, and we can even do cleaning together. And I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will be back here soon with another new video. Welcome back to my channel. I am Raeanne and this is my home. I share home decor, design tips, and shop with me videos here on my channel. And today I have a good one for you, my living room makeover. This has been a year or more in the making, so I am so excited that it's done and I get to share this with you today. So let's start at the beginning. In the summer of 2020, we decided to build a home. Yes, it was probably like the craziest time, but it has all worked out amazing. So we signed the papers in July of 2020, and we moved into our home at the end of January of 2021. So we've been here about a year now. Finally, one room in the entire house is complete. So we have a long ways to go, which will be fun for future videos. One thing that I opted not to do was include their fireplace. It was in the corner. I knew from following other bloggers that they did not like a corner fireplace, but as soon as we signed those papers to build, I pretty much knew what I wanted to do. I absolutely loved this concrete type of fireplace. Spoiler alert, it is not concrete. What I did was a super easy paint job. We will talk about that in a minute. I won't take you through the entire build process of the fireplace because I do plan on doing a video in the future about that because I think it would be helpful. So we started with a completely blank slate in here. We started buying things, and I would say April or May of this past year, and by the time we got to the framing, I think that was maybe July or August, and honestly we just finished this project up in I think November. So it was a long process to do the fireplace, but we have 4 kids and they come first, so this was a long process, but that's okay because it gave me time to really envision the space and how I wanted it to look in the end. So I had it in my mind to do this central fireplace, really nice and more modern piece. There's a lot of factors that go into when you build a big unit like this. I mean, a lot of measuring and dimensions and figuring out what will work and what won't work. But basically we had the TV, we knew what size we wanted with that. The frame TV was something that I pretty much had to have. Being a home decor enthusiast, I knew that I wanted that beautiful art to be displayed all day long. So that was a must-have for me. And the size of our TV determined the size of the fireplace. You really want your fireplace to be about the same length as your TV. So those 2 things were determined ahead of time when we started this process. So I had to build everything else around them. So the first step in the fireplace process was to build the framing that supported the TV and the actual fireplace insert. My husband and my father-in-law did that in about a day. I'm not saying it was easy because I didn't help with it, but they did that in a day with the 2 of them. So once the framing of the fireplace was done, we did hire out for the drywall. It's not something that we wanted to tackle on our own. That was $300. Which I think it was money well spent because we didn't have to do anything. Once the drywall was done, I could go in and paint it, and honestly I have seen so many options for this. I was going to look into a Roman clay finish, but there was a happy accident that happened, and what happened was I primed the whole fireplace white, and then I went in with a very beautiful kind of a warmer gray. I mean, it really mimics the concrete look. It's called Dovetail Gray by Sherwin Williams. I rolled it on with a roller, and I was really loving that you could kind of see the white underneath. I think I did 2 really light coats of the gray color. There were some spots that went together and made it darker and spots that were lighter and you could kind of see the white through the back, but I think it mimics concrete really well. Once we had the TV and the fireplace laid out, we could figure out what bookcases we needed to purchase. I knew from other homes that we have lived in that I wanted to do an IKEA Billy bookcase hack. And we ended up going with 3 bookcases on each side, 2 bigger ones and 1 smaller one. What really makes these look like a true built-in bookcase was all the trim work that happened. So we put a piece of trim in between each bookcase on the top section so that you couldn't see where the 2 bookcases came together. We also did a framing above the bookcases and put some trim pieces up there. I also DIY'd some sconces, which I had to spray paint. Those are actually battery operated sconces. We decided not to hardwire just because an electrician would have cost a pretty penny. For the final piece, we put a trim piece on the bottom so you can't see that they are separate units. It really makes it look like a custom, beautiful built-in piece. Another thing that I think I might tackle in the future, and I started to do, but you can fill all of the holes in the bookcases with spackling or wood filler, and that way it makes them look even more custom. I will be honest, I started to do it and it's very time consuming, so when I get more time maybe I'll finish it. The only downfall is you can't really move the shelves around, but I really do love the shelf placement. So one thing that I want to show you on these bookcases is that the normal bookcases themselves are the first 3 shelves. shelves. So the top shelf is actually an extension piece that you can buy, and you may not need that in your home. We have 9-foot ceilings down here, so with all of our measurements and how I knew that I wanted it to look in the end, I did want the extension piece. So the only thing with the extension piece is I cannot move that top shelf at all. So on all 3 pieces, that top shelf is permanent and I won't ever be able to move it. We probably could have done one more extension piece instead of doing the fancy trim on the top, but I think that trim and the sconces on top looks beautiful. So once all of the woodwork was done, I primed and painted that. I just used pure white because that's what our walls are. You could get an exact match to the IKEA cabinets, but in our space, it actually looks like an exact match because of our lighting. It turned out really nicely. So once I decided on the focal fireplace piece being like that concrete type look, and the bookcases planking it, I could kind of design the rest of the room. We already had these couches from Crate & Barrel. We got them maybe a year before we moved, so I knew that those were not gonna go anywhere. They were coming with us because these are like the best couches that we've ever had. One of them is the 83-inch Crate & Barrel Lounge Petite couch, and the other one is the 93-inch. And honestly, we probably could have done 2 93 inches in this space, or you know, even a sectional would have been good too, but these came with us from our other house, and this is what we had. Did order this new rug off of Rugs USA. I got it a few months before we moved into this house because I knew that this was the vibe that I was going for. It's really pretty. It has taupe and gray and cream in it, but this thing is really soft. So it was well worth what I paid for it. So the couches, the rug, and the fireplace with the built-ins really set the tone for how the living room was going to be. One thing that I found online that I did splurge on is this chair that I have over in the corner. It is from Kathy Kuo Home. It was a little pricey, but once I saw it online, I just knew that it would look amazing in our living room. I just pictured my kids and me maybe reading on it or relaxing on it. And let's be honest, I don't do a lot of reading, so that really hasn't happened. But it does look really good in the corner. It fits our space perfectly. I will say that it is about $2,000, but I got it around Black Friday, so I think I saved like 20 or 25%. That's another thing with the Crate & Barrel couches. They do usually have a spring sale around March or April, and I think you can also get 20% off. I usually never buy things full price. I always look for either a sale or I Google when will there be a sale on this piece of furniture, and I also look for coupon codes. I do have these beautiful curtains from Target. They are super affordable. My mom came and hemmed them for me, which was really nice. And I knew that I needed to complete the space with a coffee table and some end tables. This coffee table is a beautiful black wood from Studio McGee at Target. And I got this leather poof also from Target. So adorable. I love it. Just brings a warm and coziness to the space. I had a little bit of extra room over by that big round chair. So I had an IKEA chair that was in my office. I brought it in for extra furniture when we had company over, and I kind of just like it there. So it's staying there for now. I love that the black legs are different than the rest of the furniture that sits more on the floor. It just brings some dimension and some interest to the space. Next to it, I have an end table that is also from Studio McGee, and the light on there is from Studio McGee as well. I have a variety of pillows on my couch. I love changing out my pillows for the seasons. A little trick I have for you is to keep the pillows and just change out the covers. Etsy is a really good place for pillow covers. IKEA usually has some cheaper ones, but it's also fun to go shopping at Target for new pillows as well. So the last thing that I did, and it's actually taken me a few weeks to do this process, is decorate these bookcases. I was so excited for this. I kind of didn't want it to start and end, so I was really taking my time envisioning how I wanted it to look, and I want to take you through some some of the choices that I made and how I decided to style them. So as you can see, I really wanted to go for neutrals, but I think the pops of black, I have a little bit of gold, and even some of the vases, they add interest and warmth to the space. So I would say I probably had about half of the things on here, maybe even less. And then I had to go buy some new things, which was not a problem for me at all. You can see there's a lot of things from Target. There's a few things from At Home. There's also a few things from Hobby Lobby. I had some DIY projects in here that I did. This scribble art that you see above the round chair actually has a special meaning. The frames are from IKEA, but the inside of the pictures, I DIY'd that. I just got some really nice paper from Hobby Lobby, like the thicker cardstock type of paper. I took a dry brush with just black paint and I made these scribbles, but each of the picture frames has the first letter of each of my kids' names hidden in the picture. So this one has a T hidden in it. This one has a C hidden in it. There's also an L in this one and an A in this one. So they have special meaning, but they also bring a modern element to the space. There are a few things that I knew that I wanted to incorporate into the bookcase. Books are a great decor item because they can add height, they can add dimension. If you need to elevate other objects, they're nice to have. I really wanted to add greenery, so I tried to put that in different spaces throughout both sides of the bookcase. I knew I wanted some wood tones in there, and I do love candles, so I have some flameless LED candles. I also wanted a mixture of modern elements with more vintage looking pieces, like think Studio McGee, Hearth and Hand. I really love mixing those two styles. I think it brings a classic and timeless look. It's up to date with the modern, but also the vintage. It's just warm and cozy. As you can see, I kept the top shelf of the bookcases really simple with just one piece in each shelf. I feel like your eye usually goes and looks up there, and also with the sconces having the light on them, I just wanted to keep it really simple up there. I also kept the middle bookcase simple as well, alternating between a more modern piece and a more vintage piece, only having one thing in each of those cubbies because they are fairly small. Some of the shelves, you can see that they maybe only have a stack of books with a decorative object on it or two boxes. I did not want these bookcases to feel cluttered. There are 22 shelves. There's 11 shelves on each side to decorate. I knew that if I went too crazy with the decor, it would feel very cluttered and that would probably drive me crazy. So I knew that I wanted to make each shelf fairly simple because when you look at the big picture of all the shelves together, then it doesn't look messy and cluttered. It looks very clean and beautiful and professional. Let's talk about some of these art prints. This one right here was from Hobby Lobby. That was in one of my videos. That was $7 and I absolutely love it. This other one is obviously a family photo. This was actually taken, I think, about 4 years ago now, so maybe I should update that soon. But I really liked keeping the black and white so that other decor pieces could stand out. This one here was from Hobby Lobby as well. That was only $15. And then this one down here, I want to tell you one of my secret art tricks. The frame was from Amazon. It is really beautiful in person. I love it. I'm so glad I got it. It's a beautiful gold color. The print inside is from Juniper Print Shop. They have so many beautiful pieces. Another one that I like is Collection Prints. They both have fantastic art pieces. You can do a digital download and that way you have the picture forever. You could put it up on your frame TV if you have one, which is actually what I have there now. You could also take that digital download and have it printed out at Walgreens or another store. In this case, I just ordered the print by itself, which I had never done before. It's really good quality on thicker paper, which is nice. I really kept these bookcases neutral with calming colors, but I think the black pieces and the greenery and the art prints really help bring it to life. I will link to what I can in the description box below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I love doing these videos with you. Thank you for coming along with me today to see the living room makeover. I am so happy it's done. I hope that you get some ideas for your own living room and to make your home a place that you love. And I can't wait to see you back here. We're at the Target pickup spot and I got my baby back there. This is a very popular lamp lately, so I'll have to like inspect it later and make sure there's no scratches, but they only had one left, so I did pick up. I'm excited to take it home. So I thought it might be fun to show you what the mind of a decorator looks like. So I just went to Kirkland's and I was supposed to only take a picture for my YouTube thumbnail, but I ended up finding a bunch of stuff. What I like to do is when I'm in the store is I like to visualize where something might go and kind of have a place for it already. And then I'll take it home and see if I actually like it in that place. In this case, I just found stuff that I liked and I will we'll just see how it looks. I wanted to show you what I got and what my ideas are and kind of what my thought process is like. So I found these two prints and I love the light wood frame, and I guess that I have a green thing going on. I like that they're the same kind of design but different. I actually thought that those might go here to replace this blueprint. I'm not in love with it. I got this one from At Home and I was thinking about it here. I thought the white would look good with like the Christmas decor. I'm not in love with it, and if I'm not in love with it, I know that in a month I'm gonna hate it. So I'm gonna take this down. I think I will just return it. I could use it somewhere else in my home, but I'm not in love with it. I found this for Christmas. I think next year I want to do more black in my home for Christmas. I think that will go in one of my bookcase cubbies. Do you like that? Isn't that neat?
I love it.
Except this guy kind of looks like he's crying for help. I don't know. I got 2 of these green pillows. Again, I love that it's a pop of color, but it's neutral. I got this picture. It was $90. I think I got like 10% off. They had a few more that were the same kind of style, but just like a little different. Like one I saw had more dark on it. So if I got another one of those, like it might look good side by side. I was contemplating maybe changing this one out. And I will say that my style is Studio McGee meets Property Brothers. And it's taken me a long time to actually figure that out. I love the contemporary design of Property Brothers and that they can bring in color and it just flows together nicely. And I love Studio McGee with like the neutral woods, the blacks and the whites, and just like the coziness that it brings. So I try to combine those two elements in my home. I actually don't have a ton of spaces on my main level to have like a ton of pictures, which is fine. I don't want it to be cluttered or anything. I do have this one in our desk area. That was Target. So I'm just trying to look around. I do need to find something for this wall. I kind of wanted to do like maybe some wallpaper or a board and batten, some kind of like a molding. I haven't figured it out yet. And what I like to do is really make sure that I love something, because something like that is a little more permanent. And I do have my coffee bar is kind of dark over here. I went with black and some wood. So I just want to make sure whatever I do over here matches it and it flows together nicely. And then my dining room, I have a big mirror over here, and that's kind of plenty for that wall because I want to do a molding, some kind of trim. I will show you a picture of the model home of our house and what they did in this room, and it is gorgeous. I don't know if I'll recreate that or something similar, but then I have this nice big art piece here, and I love that. That's staying Again, it kind of has that green in it. And then I have these two. These are Studio McGee, and they were also from Target, and I like them because neutral color. My dining room was pretty much all set with art. I have these two pieces out here that I like. One piece in here, I love this. This is a lady, her name is Lindsay. It's Lindsay Letters, and she does a lot of abstract art, which is my favorite. I love this. It's just gorgeous. And her story is really unique and beautiful. I do need another picture in here in the office, but I am actually debating painting the whole office this green color, which is fine, but I don't want to make too many design choices until I decide on the paint. All right, so let's check out the lamp that I got, because it is a very popular lamp at Target. It is a Studio McGee one. Right, here she is. I love the texture on it and the pop of gold up here. Here's my thought process. This lamp is actually going to go over here, and it's going to replace this one, which is also Studio McGee. And I think this one is going to go over here and replace this little one that I have on my counter. It's just a little too little, and I think that nice round would look good there. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch those out. I have started to paint our house this white. It was originally this kind of off-white. I mean, it's kind of creamy from the builders, and we are gonna put backsplash in the kitchen. That is a whole other topic we can cover soon, because the backsplash is gonna go there. There was no reason for me to paint it. So there's actually a few spots. If you can see, let's see, if you can see up there where the white is and then the creamy is. Again, we are doing something up there, which hopefully will be in a few weeks. And there was just no point. I'm kind of over this art piece, so maybe I'll see how that one looks here. It's a little bit smaller. I wish it was just a few inches bigger. I like it. It's very Studio McGee, but I can make the decor around it be like half Studio McGee, half Property Brothers. I think that'll work. Now I could do two. If I did two, we're gonna put that there like I did two. It is going to stick out from the edges of the table a little bit. I don't know if you can see that right there. So the two will be bigger than the table, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Usually you want it to be shorter than the table. So I'm gonna have to think about that too. Too happy because this is the second print that I've had in that area in the past less than a year, and now I'm going to change it again. So I know I have some nail holes to fill, but oh well. Alright, so let's see if these will look good here. I'm not sure. It's a little small, but I don't need something big there. I think the tree is throwing me off. But what I will do is I will live with this for a few days and see how I feel about it. My initial thought, because I'm not immediately like, yes, I love it, is maybe it's not going to work. So I'm going to hold the two pictures up for now and just kind of try to look at it. But what I will do is later I'll have my husband hold them up for me and see how I feel about them. So I am still undecided on these, which probably means they're going back. They just seem a little too narrow for this space. Something to keep in mind too is what other art do you have, which we need to move those over now that we have the bookcases up, but they're the same size. So you want to make sure that you have a good variety. So I really liked the one longer picture there, just so that it's different from those. All right, the pillows I absolutely love. I also just got this blanket. I shared that in another video. But they just add a nice neutral pop of color. Green is always good. I did keep up the black nativity, and since I know that I'm going to use more black next year, I am excited about that one. I love the Studio McGee lamp. It fits the space perfectly. It needed a taller lamp, and I do love the picture. I think it's just a little small, but instead of doing two, I'm going to show you a trick. And we are just going to grab one of my Christmas pictures for now. So just imagine that that one is hanging up. It is about in the right spot. I tried to make it even with the middle of the console, and you can just layer one or two pictures underneath it. I will probably get something bigger that's just a little too small because I want my smaller picture to actually go and overlap the bigger picture. So I will get something bigger, but it doesn't even have to be the same frame color. We will see once it's hung up if I decide that I need to, but I love it right now. I hope you enjoyed seeing the new pieces that I got from Kirkland's and kind of seeing what my design process is. I like to take a day or two to think about things before I make a final decision. I know that if I'm iffy on it, I really need to make sure that I love it, or that I'm still iffy and it needs to go back. I plan on filming a video soon, taking you around my house and letting you know what projects I have in mind. There's a lot. Don't tell my husband, but I have a lot of things that I want to do to this house. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I can't wait to see you back here. Today we are going to be styling our coffee table. I am very excited for this. I have quite a few tips and tricks for you to make your coffee table look amazing. The coffee table is really the center of your living space, and it's something that you see all the time and your guests see all the time. We want to make it look warm and cozy and inviting for everyone. I actually just got a new coffee table. This is my third one in this space. Yes, I was having some decorating crisis. I ended up with this black wood coffee table from Studio McGee. I love it. They also have one in a darker brown color. I was kind of debating between the two, but in my home, I am going for lighter wood colors and black accents, and I really feel like this completes the space. It grounds it, and it just looks fabulous here. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I have so many exciting videos coming up for you. At the end of the video, I would love for you to tell me which coffee table style was your favorite. So the first thing that I did was I gathered all of my home decor that I am loving right now. And while it may look like a lot, I do have quite a few spaces that I need to decorate in my home. The coffee table, the bookcases behind me, my front entryway, my dining room, and I also have a new hutch, which I'm gonna show you soon. And I need to decorate all those spaces. I basically cleared out my home and it is a blank slate right now. So this might look like a lot, that, but I have a lot of places to decorate. So let's get started. Once you have all your decor items close to your coffee table so you can kind of see how things work together and be able to switch out things and place them on your coffee table easily, that will really be helpful. So the first question I want to know is, how do you use your coffee table? We are a family of 6 and we like to play games on our coffee table, and in the evenings when the kids are in bed, my husband and I always watch a show together and we like to put up our feet on the coffee table. So I think function is a big key that you need to keep in the back of your mind at all times. For us, this means having items on the coffee table that we can clear off easily. So whether it's a vase or a stack of books or a tray that can easily be taken off to play a game on or put our feet up on. If your function of your coffee table is purely for decor, then you might style it a little bit differently than I would. The second thing that you need to keep in mind is your coffee table a square? Is it round? Is it rectangle? Because this will play a key factor in what decor items you put on there. So we're looking at 2 things. We are thinking about the function of our coffee table and the beauty of it, how we can style it so it looks amazing. Coffee tables can be so much fun because they are usually simpler decor and you can change them out with the seasons. It's really easy to change out if you have greenery. You can change it out for fall and spring with flowers or leaves really easily, and it can make it look completely different. When styling your coffee table, you really want to make sure that you have different varying heights. One good rule that you could do is a triangle, so you can see how the plant is the tallest point, followed by the stack of books with an object on it, and then a lower tray. This makes a triangle. It is very pleasing to the eye. It is well balanced in the symmetry, just draws your eyes to different focal points. This is more moody and dark and may be great for wintertime when it's kind of overcast outside. So this is just a very more modern style of table decor. I also want you to keep in mind to shop your home, shop what you have first in your decor storage area, and then once you have all of your pieces on your coffee table, you can see if there's anything that you need to go back and get at the store. One thing that I love to put on my coffee table are candles and greenery. They both just bring a warm, cozy vibe, and that is really what we are going for here. Guests will just feel at home in your space. A tray is a great item to have on your coffee table. It can help it look uncluttered and tidy. You can keep your remote or little knickknacks that you may use daily in there. Here we have the next style, and as you can see, I have a lot of round elements, and I want to balance those out with more square things like a book or a tray. Also, take note that the big vase has more of a cooler tone to it. So I tried to make sure with the tray and the candles, I went with more of a warmer tone, and the book is kind of a taupey color so that it will blend it all together nicely and still feel warm and inviting. Because the vase is such a statement piece with the color and how big it is, I tried to make sure to keep the other pieces on the coffee table more soothing and calm and not have a lot of different dimensions to them. I tried to keep them all a similar shape. So the thing I want you to think about with the shape of your coffee table is you want to use items that mimic your coffee table. Not all of your items, but maybe 2 or 3 items. So for instance, mine is a square. I may want to have a square or rectangle tray that mimics the same lines as the coffee table. I may use books because those are usually the same angles as the coffee table. And I might complete it with a round vase, just to give it some extra dimension. If you have a round coffee table, you may want to consider a round tray that would balance out the symmetry. We are ready for our next style, and this one is simple and classic, but I think it will be one that's timeless. We're gonna start off with the vase. This is a new vase from Hearth & Hand, released at Target. I think it is going to be super popular. It is a very neutral color with little tiny specks in it to give it some dimension, and the faceted design on the outside is amazing. It will go in so many places in your home, and I actually love how it looks with this greenery. But you know what? I think any type of greenery or flower inside of it will look stunning. So as you can see here, I kept up with triangle shape. The candlesticks are the taller element, followed by the vase with the greenery, and then I put a tray down there. The wood tones bring in so much warmth to the space, and I elevated the tray a little bit with a book underneath to just complete that nice triangle. I decided to put in a few of these little decorative balls. They add some nice coziness to the area. So I do love this one. It is just simple. The black and the wood tones and the warmth of the vase just all blend together nicely. You also want to use a variety of textures. Maybe you have a glossy vase with matte books, and maybe also a matte tray with glossy decor items on it. Just make sure that you have a variety of textures. One trick that I have for you is wherever you purchase your decor items from, go online, look at the picture of that item, and Target does a really good job of this, but if you scroll through the pictures of that item, they usually have one or two styling pieces, and sometimes other customers upload their pictures and you can see how they style them. So you can use the examples online that the store has and either do exactly what they have or find something that's similar, but it will just help spark your creativity. For this next style, I kept it fairly light and neutral. These candlesticks are nice and textured. They are from the store at home, and on top of them I placed some battery operated candles that I got off of Amazon. They just keep it light to balance out the dark coffee table. And then the vase, I kept it simple and light. I put the pampas grass in it. I also thought what would look really pretty were some olive tree branches, but I don't have any on hand, so I think I'm making a run to the store later to get some of those because I think those would look gorgeous in there. The tray is brand new from Target. I put the books inside of the tray to give it some height so I could add a decor piece on top, and it just elevated it slightly to make it pleasing to the eye with the rest of the height on the table. Since everything else on the table is pretty tall, I wanted to elevate any other decor objects I had as well. The pampas grass and the wood tone on the decor piece, as well as the linen texture on the tray, just really give it warmth and bring everything together. If your coffee table is a darker color, you may want to accent it with lighter colors, and vice versa. If you have a light coffee table, maybe some dark, moody blacks or grays would be beautiful on your coffee table. All right, here is our last style for today. I had so much fun doing these. I could have kept going and created 20 more styles for you. Maybe we'll do that in a different video, but this one is our last one for today, and I wanted to show you something a little different. My personal preference, and I think a lot of people gravitate towards the triangle style, but there is another one that you can try, and it is a square. So you just want to keep in mind, are your elements round or are they in a square shape or a rectangle shape? So here I started with a very neutral base. It's just plain white. It does have a little bit of a modern vibe to it. And again, I added the greenery. Next to it, I have the stack of books. And because I added a box on top, I only did 2 books here. The box is wooden and it brings a nice warmth to the space while also keeping in line with the shape of the books. In front of it, I have the distressed vase, and I kept this empty for now because there is a lot going on when you have a square shape. So I wanted to make sure that it didn't look too cluttered or overwhelming. The set of 3 candles balance out the books in the box that are diagonal to it. And if you notice that the bowl and the vase are round and they balance each other out as well. The candles are a very nice neutral caramel color, and that color as well as the wooden box just brings warmth to the space, and the greenery can also help with that as well. I will link what I can in the description box below. I loved doing this with you. This was so much fun. Please let me know which one was your favorite, and I can't wait to see you back here soon. I hope you have a great day. I am excited today to take you along with me and decorate my kitchen. I hope that this inspires you to decorate your own spaces in your home. So we have lived here a year and I really haven't taken the time to actually decorate my kitchen. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to clean up a few things and take care of things and get it all ready to do some decorating. We are even going to paint up there on the top. My husband just built that a few days ago and it's up to me to paint it. We're gonna switch out some rugs. We'll add some candles and decor pieces. I am so excited to get this started today. So here's just a little before. I emptied out everything that I had, so it is a nice blank space for us to decorate today. The first thing that I'm going to do is switch out this rug, and my dog Margot is always by my side, so she wanted to get on the rug and play with me. This is a ruggable rug, and I love ruggable rugs, especially for the kitchen. You can wash them, they are amazing. I will link to that one and any products that I can in the description below. I am going to first vacuum and mop where both of my rugs were, just to make sure that the space is nice and clean and fresh before I put down the new rugs. I love my Dyson vacuum. I have had a cordless vacuum for at least 5 years now, and I don't know how I can ever go back to a corded vacuum. I think that they are worth the investment. As a family of 6, I am vacuuming all the time. This is a Bissell mop and I love this thing. I only got it about maybe 8 months ago now. It is the best invention ever. I can't believe I ever mopped with a regular mop for so long. I am gonna stop for a minute and let you hear what this sounds like in real life. The beeping noise you heard was me squirting out the solution. It's a combination of just a cap full of a solution and a lot of water. Now, my main floor is about 1,500 square feet, so I do change out the mop pads once during my cleaning, but the solution will last me like a good 2 or 3 cleanings. This has saved me so much elbow grease. With the regular mop, I mean, I was sweating by the time I was done mopping and it took me forever. So that is like the best invention ever. I will link it below. All right, now we're gonna take the time to get this spot painted, because if it wasn't for decorating my kitchen, I probably would have been a few months before I got to this. So I am just going to fill the nail holes with the product that I showed you. I am also going to take caulk and caulk all the seams. Caulk really makes a big difference of making things look like they are more built in and supposed to be there. I actually don't mind caulking. It's a little messy, but I love the end result of when you paint something and finish a project. It is just a wonderful feeling. So I'm going to let the caulk and the nail hole filler dry while we work on a few other things. I love having a single basin sink. The only downfall is that my dishes drying on the counter usually stay there all day long. I am constantly washing dishes and it's just too much effort to dry them every single time. But we're gonna take care of those right now, and I have a little tip for you. You can see I'm dancing right here, so put on music, or I also love to listen to podcasts while I'm cleaning or even doing a chore that I don't really love. That just helps motivate me to do it and get it done, and then I just feel so much better in the end. I would love to know in the comments below, what is your least favorite house chore? I think mine, besides the bathrooms, because my husband usually does those, but I don't like folding laundry. I have no problem washing it. I don't mind putting it away, but sitting down to fold laundry, I just cannot do it. Like, I like to be up, walking around, feeling like I'm accomplishing something by moving, and just sitting there and folding laundry, I just can't do it. So I guess that's my least favorite house chore. I'm also going to take the time to clean my faucet and the inside of my sink really good. I love this faucet. It is a touch faucet, so I just have to touch it and it turns on, and touch it and it turns off. It just makes life a little bit easier. As you can see, I'm wiping down the walls, and that's because we don't have a backsplash on the wall yet. But stay tuned, I am going to show you what backsplash I picked for our kitchen. I'm very excited to show that to you. I had been eyeing this for a while, and I decided to get it for my kitchen. I think it's something that I will keep for a long time. This was from Anthropologie. They have 3 sizes, and this was the smallest size, and it's actually a pretty good size. And that one was $38. So I am just going to gather all of the items that I want to put back on my counters so that I can easily see everything and kind of visualize where I want it to go. The other night we were making hamburgers for dinner and some of the grease splattered, so that's why I'm giving everything a good cleaning just to make sure it's nice and clean. So the cookbook stand over there, that was from World Market. The utensil crock was from At Home, and a lot of the bamboo utensils that you see in there were from Amazon. I also got this olive oil container from World Market. That was on a recent video, but I'm just going to take the time to switch these out and make sure that the new one is nice and full for a fresh start. So now I'm just taking the time to figure out where I want things. I do a combination of how does this look aesthetically, alternating short things and tall things, but also looking at how often do I use this thing. So things like olive oil, salt and pepper, they're going to be closer to the stove because that's what makes sense. I use those on the stove. The cookbook stand, I went off to the side so it doesn't get any food on it. And realistically, I don't use cookbooks that often, but I love the way they look on the counter. I just had to get a new cookbook for this space. I loved the way the cover was, and I had heard so many good things about Half Baked Harvest. I got their super simple cookbook, and I love the way it looks on my countertop. I shared this adorable marble container on my 25 kitchen essentials video, and I love it. I have my pink Himalayan salt in there, and it's so cute on the countertop. I am excited about these. These are brass pepper and salt mills. They have been very popular with home decor bloggers lately, but just one of these can go for over $100. I managed to find these on Etsy. Both of them together with shipping did cost about $100, and they actually came from Turkey. I just thought that was so neat. I really made sure that I wanted these. I waited about a month thinking about them. I am glad that I did get them. I will have to figure out how to use them. For now, I just set them on the counter as pretty decor pieces. It is time to try out this rug now that the floor is nice and clean. I just got this at the store at home. It was $20. I usually have both of the rugs in my kitchen match, but I thought it would be fun to have a more neutral one in this space over here. So I'm just going to play around with it. You could probably use both sides of this rug, but then I realized that there was a tag on one side, so I did end up flipping it over. I also had to see how it felt under my feet. I'll be honest, the rug itself is fine, but those tassels have little knots in them, and those are hard. So I just have to be careful not to step on those. I love this rug. This is a runner I got off of Amazon. It's in front of my kitchen sink, but I love the dark, moody vibes to go with my lighter kitchen. But I wanted to show you my secret weapon, which is this carpet tape. So this is very heavy-duty tape, and it's sticky on both sides. So it's great to put underneath your carpet to keep it in place. I usually put about 4 or 5 pieces down there that are about this size, not super big, but it will keep it in place so it won't move around on you. So I'm going to take the time and do this to both of the rugs so they stay put. right, I want to stop and take a minute to show you the kitchen backsplash. I love it. It is a popular backsplash. This is Bedrosian's the Chloe tile. It is gorgeous. So it is glossy, and honestly, I mean, when you look at my kitchen, it looks very matte and boring. Once this gets put up, it will look amazing. It will look stunning. I love this. It's a very neutral, timeless, classic tile that won't go out of style for a very long time. It says it's white, but it is a very warm white. I would say there's a hint of cream in there. And then each tile is a little different in the coloring. I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but some are a little bit darker than others. So I am very excited for this. What I am going to do is I am going to stack them on top of each other like this. I mean, there will be grout, a lighter grout in between them, but this will give it a more modern feel as opposed to the normal way that is like this. So I am excited. I did contemplate doing vertical, but I just wasn't loving only getting like 2.5 in between the counters and the cabinets. So I think I'm definitely going to do horizontal like this and stack them straight on top of each other. I really like that look. I think it's something different. So I am excited to get this going soon. Now that the caulk is dry, I'm going to take the time to prime and paint this area. So usually if there is raw wood like this, you want to use a good primer before you paint. So I will go ahead and give this 1 coat of primer, and it will only take about 2 coats of paint. I usually use Sherwin Williams paint. It just has really good coverage. Now my cabinets look like they're white. They are actually an off-white color. So I took 1 cabinet door in to Sherwin Williams and got a color match. So it did take a few times for them to get the color right, but I finally got a perfect match. So that's what I'll be using today. Here is the finished product. As you can see, I did not really worry about the walls because there will be tile on one side, and the other side, I just need to paint it pure white like the rest of my walls. So now we're going to put these oats into these containers. I've had these containers on my counter just sitting empty, and I was like, why don't I put the oats in there? So my kids like the quick oats, and we go through those fairly quickly, so I will put those in the bigger container. And then for myself, I would use the old-fashioned oats, so I will put those in the smaller container. But it will be nice to have these nice, pretty containers on the counter since we use these fairly often and get them out of the pantry. It's time to decorate this section of the counter, and I started with that smaller vase that I got from Target, but it just did not look right. I needed something bigger, so I grabbed this one off of my bookcases. I love this one. I'm pretty much obsessed with it. It's also from Target. I'll link it below. But then I put some faux olive branches that I got from Hobby Lobby in it. And they might be a little too big, but I kind of like how they're just overflowing. I added a wooden cutting board that I got from World Market, and these candles I got from At Home. They were on clearance, and I loved the amber color. When I refresh a space like this, I like to take the time to make sure everything is thoroughly cleaned. So I cleaned off the countertops and the walls, and now it's time to clean off the dishwasher. It always has water spots on it, so I am cleaning this thing often. But I am going to grab some new towels. I bought these maybe like 2 months ago from HomeGoods. I love the little pattern on them, and I'm gonna put one of these up today. Next up, let's decorate the island. I got this tray from the store at home, and it was $15, which I thought was pretty good. It's from one of their new lines. This vase I got recently from Hobby Lobby. If you saw my last video, I showed it in there. And then the flowers I actually got from Amazon. But I love that they bring a little bit of color into the space. They're very spring-like, but they would be great for summer or fall as well. And then that bigger candle was also at home, so I'm going to light it, and I think this space is pretty much complete. We have new rugs, we decorated by the stove, the island has a nice centerpiece now, and then we also took the time to clean off the dishes and decorate this area over here. I love this space. I feel like it's finally complete, except for the backsplash, but we'll get there. So I'm going to let you enjoy the little tour for just a minute. I'm so glad you came along with me today to get this area nice and cleaned and refreshed for spring. I just love how it turned out. It definitely feels like home in this space now, and I will link as many products as I can in the description below. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you back here soon. Standing in front of my house right now, hopefully no cars go by. I thought it would be fun to give you a house tour. I know that there are rooms that you've never seen before, so I thought this would be fun, kind of relaxed, more casual video. But our house is in a neighborhood where there's like 7 or so model home styles, so we got to pick the house style that we want. We didn't get to alter the layout. I did get to pick white siding, black accents, and there's some brick, and I thought we could do a little tour together. So let's go inside. All right, the first room that you see to the left right here is the dining area, and you can see a little bit of the coffee bar over there. And this is the front entryway. Right here you can see into the living room. The stairs going upstairs. This goes down to the basement, and then my office is over here. So let's start in the dining room. Right now, you probably can't tell too much. Can you see the color difference between this and this? I have started to paint most of my house pure white by Sherwin Williams. What the builder did is what's in here. It's called Natural Choice by Sherwin Williams. But what a lot of builders do is they put flat paint on the walls because it hides imperfections. And flat paint with kids and dogs doesn't do very well. So I have been slowly trying to paint my house the pure white color. I would love to do a beautiful molding on this wall, maybe paint it a moody color, we'll see. Some art prints from Studio McGee. You can see how the front entryway looks right there. I had a different light in here if you've seen any of the videos that I've done with lights, and we had an incident a month ago where one of the light bulbs burnt out and it actually burnt like part of the light fixture. It was crazy. Thankfully, it didn't damage anything. This was in our kitchen area and I needed to have something in here quick. So we just put this in here. We don't usually use this room for our family eating. Sometimes my husband and I will eat in here when the kids are in the kitchen area, but we do host game nights and poker nights. So that cabinet over there is filled with a bunch of games. So this is kind of our game room. And sometimes it gets filled with clutter. So here's the front entryway. We're gonna come over here. I just did a video on this recently. I love how it looks right now. So this is my office. I just did this setup a few days ago. This wall color back here is Retreat by Sherwin Williams. It's a beautiful green color. I love it. I would love to do a molding either on that wall or this one. I've also debated painting the whole room this green color. So I do have a piano in here and a bunch of home decor that I need to figure out where I'm putting. I wish that it looked a little bit nicer, but this is pretty important for my work, and that's more important right now than it looking super beautiful. So I did pick out that light fixture when we moved in. I still love it. So it's a nice size room for an office area. I will take you downstairs in just a minute. Let's go this way. So we have upstairs, living room, and over here we have a linen closet, which is not super exciting, but I'll show you in it anyways. We do want to use this as like a coat closet for guests and stuff, but I might need a few shelves down there. For now, it houses toilet paper, tissues, Play-Doh, all the random things. And here is our half bath. I would love to replace this with a vanity. There's just no storage in these kind of sinks, so that's kind of a bummer, but for now this is what it is, just a plain bathroom. I did get this at Home Goods, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. I love it, like a beautiful cane, and it has toilet paper, tissues, odds and ends in there right now. Hi. All right, so we will go upstairs in a minute, but this is the living room, which if you've seen my videos, you have probably seen this room many times. It gets really good light back here. I love the light that comes in these windows. Just give you a good view right here. So my dog's outside and I need to bring her in. But our kitchen table that we eat at, the kitchen, there's a desk area back there. So let's go get a good view of this. It's a nice, large space. I'm very thankful. The last house we were in, all this area right here was so narrow. It was not fun for 6 people to walk through. So I definitely love this space. The couches we brought with us, we did build this. These are IKEA Billy bookcases. My husband and father-in-law built the frame for that fireplace, and we had professionals come in and drywall it for us. But I definitely love how this turned out. So here's a view from this angle. We added these cabinets. They were not part of the house. We contacted the builder and asked them where they got the cabinets, and so we added the cabinets and countertop ourselves. Otherwise, that would have just been a blank wall. But it's nice to have that extra storage there. We just built that over there recently. This light fixture was one that I picked out when we moved in, and I changed it a few months after. I didn't love it, but because our dining room one burnt out, I had to come up with something quick. So we just put that there for now. I'll have to think about what I want to replace it with. I do either want to get rid of this rug or swap it out for something different. I was able to pick out the flooring that we have here, and I love this lighter color. We have had quite a few houses with darker floors, and they just show everything. This is also a vinyl plank. It's not super glossy, and I just love the way it looks. It's probably my favorite floor that we've ever had, and we have lived in 6 houses now. So there's that. I did an IKEA hack on this. I love how it turned out. So you can see out the window we have a pond over there. Usually there's a fountain in it, and unfortunately a house just got built back there. So that's not my favorite view. I'd love to see the water and the trees, and I should probably let little Margot in. While we're over here, we did add this patio last fall. It's a good size. We plan to add a pergola or something out here, but it was just too late in the season last year. We have a trampoline. My kids love that thing. All right, coming back in. You can see it from this direction. So you can see the dining room is over there. My office is over there. I did switch the microwave and oven to be over here instead of a microwave above the stove. If you are able to do that in your home, best thing ever, because if you have it above your stove, you know that it's a pain for people to be using it while you're cooking. I do love the way our kitchen turned out. We don't have a backsplash right now. That was something that the builder only had like 5 options, and I didn't love them. So I opted to just wait, and we're saving up for that. So that right there is a pantry. I'll show you that in a minute. My husband built this wonderful vent hood. Before it was just the vent exposed, but I love having that covered. This was a big selling point. This is their planning center, as they call it. We did upgrade to have them do nice cabinets and a countertop to match the kitchen so that it just kind of flowed more together. But we use this for mostly my kids' art stuff is all in these drawers right here. I do have the toaster and air fryer over here, our calendar. So it's just nice to have this extra storage back there. And coming around to the kitchen, you can see how we built that up there. I'd love to take this down and do some open shelving there. We're just not there yet. One thing at a time, right? So here is a nice view of the whole area. You can overlook the table and the living room. It's nice to see the TV from the kitchen when you're cooking. So the pantry is right here. I did not clean it up for you. This is how it is. Just kind of chaotic, but that's okay. I'd love to change out these shelves for something more built-in, wood, permanent. All right, so coming out of the pantry, We're gonna head over here. So straight ahead is the dining room, and right here is our mudroom area. So we did add these. This was just a blank space before. Has some returns over there. So this door right here is the garage, and this one right here is another closet. Always nice to have extra closets. And right now we have coats, odds and ends, and more odds and ends. We just haven't had the time to make these look really nice yet, but it works for now, and that's okay. So there we go. Coming out here, we are going over to the coffee bar. So we did all of this ourselves. They had a coffee bar area in the model home, and it was pretty expensive. I think it was like $6,000, and I was just like, we can do that for a lot cheaper. These are IKEA cabinets. We built nice trim up to the ceiling up there and added the countertop and a mini fridge. I love the mini fridge. But I've shown this in videos before. These are my kids' snack drawers, and it is so nice to have their snacks in a separate space. I also have my coffee in here. It's nice to have those not in the pantry. So you can see out there to the kitchen area and dining space. So let's head upstairs now. And I will show you in the basement at the end because it's not super exciting, but let's head up the stairs. There is a window right there, and because it is so tall, I had to get a shade that has a remote on it, which is nice. I can just do the remote and that shade will go up. So this area was another selling point for us, and it is our loft. It's really nice. The kids have a TV up here, nice light coming through, some toys. It does get messy, and that's okay. I love that we have this area, but because it is open right here, you can hear pretty good to the living room. So I would say that's a big downfall, but it's nice to have the extra space. All right, so right here we have the boys' room. This is the biggest bedroom besides the master bedroom. So they have a nice little setup in here. One day I'll get to actually doing the rooms. We're doing some laundry there. But it's a really good size. They're very lucky to have a nice size room. So here we have their closet and the bathroom. So we did add this door. It was an option to add it so that they have nice, easy access from their room to the bathroom. Closet. Nothing super exciting, but so that leads out to the hallway, and this leads to the bathroom. So let's go in here. I did get to pick out the flooring and the vanity. So a nice big tile so you don't have to scrub all the little grout lines. I did a gray vanity in here, which I do love. And this is what the counter looks like. And there I am. We have cleaning going on here, but the shower is back behind the store. Just a regular shower, and then that door leads to the hallway. So there's a double door here so that the boys don't have to walk all the way around the hallway to get to the bathroom. All right, let's go back out here. We're going to head to the girls' room and the guest bedroom. Now eventually I'm sure one of my kids would love to have their own room there, but for now this works. This is my girls' room. It's a little smaller than the boys, but they have bunk beds for right now, so it works. My youngest daughter does not want to sleep alone. My oldest would love her own room. So they have a nice big dresser right there, their bunk beds, a lot of toys, a nice comfy chair right there. And then in their closet, I made it into a little toy place for them. So they can create a disastrous mess in here and I can close the door and pretend it's not there. Right, hubby? So the loft, boys' room, master bedroom is down there. The bathroom is right here. This is the guest bedroom. Nothing too exciting. Our dog also sleeps in here at night. I did get to pick out that light, which I love. And let's see. That's a closet, and I think there's a surprise in there. Let's see. Hi! Yep, this is my husband's office when he's home. Who knew you could have an office in a closet? But it works perfectly. Of course, I'm not in here, so probably be better for my office. Nice and quiet. Be away from everyone, have a nice soundproofing. You gonna come with me, Margot? You gonna come with me? Yeah. Love you. All right, come on, Margot. All right, coming out here, I showed you the bathroom that leads to the boys' room. And so we have laundry room, linen closet, master bedroom. If you can hear, there's laundry going. Linen closet is a disaster. I'm sure we will clean this soon. Real life here, folks. I'm sorry. All right. And here is the laundry. So it's a decent size. I would love to add cabinets and a countertop that goes all across here. That would be wonderful. I love having the laundry on the second floor. Like, that should just come standard in all homes. So here is the master bedroom. That is our closet right there. We did add the tray ceiling up here to make it look a little bit more nice. Eventually, I will get to this room. Right now, it is actually still the Natural Choice color by Sherwin Williams, and up here it looks like a very beautiful light gray color. Downstairs it looks like a dirty cream color. So it's just crazy how much light can affect a space. So it's a decent size room. We're gonna come over here. That is the bathroom. I'll show you that in a minute. That leads to the hallway, and then the closet's over here. So let's head to the closet for a minute. It is pretty big. I do not need this big of a closet. Unless we were to need this for like an office or something. You know, we didn't have a choice, so. Always laundry baskets. There are laundry baskets everywhere usually. I tried to put most of them away for you today. So let's go peek over here. In the summertime, when the fountain is on, I will pull this chair up and open the window, and you just have a really nice view of the pond and the fountain out there, and it is so peaceful and relaxing. I love it. There's actually a duck in the pond. I don't know if you can see it, but all right, so headed into the bathroom. I love our bathroom. We have never ever had a really nice bathroom. So I was really excited when I got to pick out the flooring and the vanity. I just went with white neutral. This is the same countertop that we have in the kitchen downstairs. A nice big mirror. I have not changed the lights out yet, but you can see into the shower right there. I mean, I am not kidding when I say we have had really bad bathrooms before. Like, we're talking mold, nasty carpet in the bathroom. So this is a treat for us. I did add the shower curtain just to help keep in the hot air, but I love this tile. I love that it's big, so there's not a lot of little grout lines. There are little ones on the floor, but this is a wonderful shower. I love it in here. So it's nice and big. And the window over there is really nice. So the shower head is right here. And yes, you can kind of see yourself. So it's a little bit weird, but that's okay. All right, and then this is where the toilet is. I love having a door and having that separate in there. Nothing super exciting. So headed out right here. And that is our master bedroom. All right, one last place to show you, and that is the basement. So let's head down there. Our basement is not finished. We would love to finish it. We are very lucky that there are 9-foot ceilings down here, and it does span the entire length and width of the house. So it is nice and big. It is a disaster. If you thought my first two floors were clean, this one is not. So let's start over here to the left. We have home decor, clutter. We have a little space in there where the Christmas stuff should go. Extra food and kitchen items. A workout area that I need to get back to. And this should all be back in the storage area, but it's not yet. So over there, all the water heater and fun stuff. And then this space right here, if it was finished, it would be a beautiful, nice living area. So I just let my kids have a bunch of toys down here, and we clean it up maybe once a month, but I just have kind of said, you know what? They can be messy down here. We made a cute little fort or something. So there's also a little storage back there. So it is a really good size, and we are definitely blessed with this area. All right, let's head back upstairs. I hope you enjoyed that little house tour, and now you officially know all the rooms in my house. I hope you have a great day, and I can't wait to see you back here soon. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you're here today. My name is Raeanne. Today we're going to be decorating my living room and not spending a single penny. I hope this video inspires you to decorate your own home without spending a lot of money. So let's just get started and let's decorate. The first thing I'm going to do is get out a rug that was in my basement. This was from my last house in my old dining room, and it's just been sitting in the basement. I brought it with us. I actually sold all my other rugs, but I brought this one in case I needed it, and I do like the way it looks in here. I'm going to be taking the rug that was in here and using it in my front living room. When we first moved into our house, I really thought I was going to do more of an eclectic vibe, but I'm realizing that I just miss my modern, contemporary, organic feel. So I'm using what I have today, but I also know that in the long run, I will probably want to switch out a few things, and one of them being this rug right here. It is from the Amber Louis Laloy collection, and it is the softest rug ever, but it's not really the style that I'm going for in here. But I'm using what I have in this video because I don't want to spend any money. So one of the first tips I have is to shop your house. So whether that means going in your storage areas and finding things or pulling things from different rooms, sometimes even just switching things from room to room can make the space feel completely different and just give it new life. Even when I was younger, I would rearrange my bedroom and put my bed and dresser in different spaces around the room, and it is just so fun doing that as an adult with your furniture. All right, so these are from Studio McGee from Target. You've probably seen them. They are really popular, and I lucked out because I did buy the first one for $300, but then I went to one of the thrift stores or resale stores that we have here, and I found that second one for $125. I have actually been debating returning the one. I'm not completely sure they're what I want, but you know what? I have them, they're paid off, and so I might as well enjoy them. The end table in the middle, I have linked in my Amazon storefront. I will put that in the description below for you, but I actually end up switching it out, and I'll share that in just a minute. So if you haven't watched any of my other videos, I just want to tell you this is my front living room, and then I have a back living room as well. I actually did my full makeover on my back living room, but this is the front living room. It's been pretty neglected just because I don't really have new, nice, fun furniture for it, but we're going to make it come together today. I'm so excited to share that with you. So we're going to anchor this side of the living room with some tall features on each side of the chairs, and on this side we're going to use a faux tree. I got this from Target maybe a little over a year ago. I don't think they have it now, but I will try to see what I can find for you, and it was sitting in my basement for the past 8 months, so I really needed to dust it off. It was really bad. On this side of the room, I'm going to add a lamp. This was also from Target from Studio McGee. If you're sensing a theme here, I pretty much love Studio McGee's style. I also love like Property Brothers and Fixer to Fabulous, so I do have kind of a little variety of style that I like. We're gonna come over here to the piano. Actually, my mom is going to be giving me her piano within the next year, and it's a darker wood tone, which I'm very excited for. This isn't my favorite color of wood, but we're gonna work with what we have. I have had this picture sitting in my master bathroom waiting to paint that bathroom so I can put this picture up, and I figure, you know what, I'm not getting to painting it anytime soon. I might as well put that picture here. And to just kind of cover up the old looking piano bench, I'm gonna throw on this faux sheepskin rug that I got from IKEA like 7 years ago. All right, coming into the crazy storage area, and my kids have been playing in here, so that's pretty cute. But I wanted to see if I could find a lamp for the piano. I think I have a few hidden down here. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, but I want to keep the decor fairly simple. So we'll see what I can come up with. I do need to go in my other storage area, which is technically not supposed to be a storage area, but I need to see if I can find a picture. So I do like this little pop of gold right here. It's kind of nice. All right, there's not much in here, but there's like a basket. Oh, I might use like this blanket on the couch. This looks super comfy. I do have another tree down here. This is supposed to be a bedroom eventually, but I wanted a piece of artwork. I do love this. Maybe I'll see how that looks over the couch. I do have that one, but I feel like right now it's just a little bit more color than I want. What else? I'm looking for maybe something else over the piano, but I don't know. Let's see, I do have this scribble art right here. I have two of those. I'm not sure I want that. I think that's just a black frame. I think it's the same as this, which I do like. I do have this one right here too. What are these? I have some baskets here. This was my grandma's lamp. I thought maybe I could redo it, but I'm kind of thinking I don't think it's really going to go with what I want to do. But I'm going to take this one up and see how it looks behind the couch. I did end up finding this faux leather ottoman in the basement. I had it in my last house. I loved it there, and it is from Target. I actually saw one recently that they had out on the shelves, so I will try to link whatever I can in the description below for you. So this is how it's coming together. I would love to add some sort of coffee table, but again, working with what I have, I didn't want to go buy anything right now. I'm not sure this is how this area will be in the long run, so I'm just kind of setting up something for now. This end table, also from Studio McGee. I've had it for a while, and it's just kind of been going to different rooms in my house, but the reason why I'm going to switch this out is because I do want a little bit more of a modern vibe here, and I think this new end table kind of helps with that, since the rug is not modern at all and the chairs aren't super modern. I think that end table will just help bring in some of that modern style. Margot loves laying on soft things. I told you this rug was super soft, and she loves laying in the sun too. So if I'm sitting on the couch, she will definitely be on my lap, but she was so cute here. I just had to give her a little bit of attention. She is a Cavapoo, so a mix of a Cavalier King Charles and a mini poodle. She's adorable, and we love her so much. This console table area is right by my front door, which is right there to the right, and the living room is right there to the left. So it's kind of part of the living room area, and it has been neglected. So I needed to style it a little bit. The lamp there to the left from Target, some decor books with a candle, and then that planter is also from Target. I should start shopping at other places, huh? But anyways, this plant, I have neglected watering this plant for months. So since I'm going to put it on my front entry table, I figured now is a good time to water it. So everything you're seeing in this video are pieces that I've already had. I did not spend a penny decorating this front living room and front entryway. I really wanted to just use what I had, even if it meant bringing it from other rooms or my storage area. I didn't want to spend any money, and I will say that just bringing this room together, even though it's a little eclectic and I feel like it did come together really well, but it is just so inviting now, just taking the time to really just put these pieces together. This art piece I had in my last house, I love it so much. It's definitely more on the modern style, and I was trying to figure out how to incorporate in a space in my house. So we're gonna put it here behind my couch. I do love it here. It's really big and oversized. You can see, if you see the tag there on the left, I think I just never took the tag off, but this was under $100. I got it from HomeGoods. Probably about 2 years ago I got this, but I still love it. If you have a canvas painting like this where you don't exactly love what the painting is anymore, feel free to kind of just do your own DIY project on the canvas. So that is always something I keep in mind when I find these huge oversized pieces of art. I could definitely paint over this and make it something completely new. It has a nice black frame. They have tons of canvas art pieces that have beautiful wood frames as well. So if you have a piece like this, you don't love it anymore, but the size is perfect for a particular space, go ahead, try a little DIY project. You can get cheap acrylic paint at Hobby Lobby for like $1 and just have so much fun creating your own DIY art. These pillowcases are from Woven Nook. I got them, I don't know, maybe 4 months ago. You can see my youngest daughter to the right there struggling to finish her dinner. Everyone else was done and she's still trying to eat it, but I love using pillow inserts that I already have and just switching out the cases. It makes it so you don't have to store bulky pillows in your house, and it just makes it so much easier when you can just change out the case and store those extra cases instead. So I like getting my inserts on Amazon and just looking for pillowcases from places like Woven Nook or Etsy is a good place too. Hanging pictures for us is like an art or a science because I have like an eagle eye and I can tell when a picture is just ever so slightly off. So we always take extra time to make sure the picture is as level as possible. I use my eyes and a level to make sure it gets up there correctly. So I'm going to give you another tip. As you can see, the picture is not quite large enough for the space. Like it probably would have been better with 2 picture frames there or a larger one, and that's okay. We're working with what we have. So to balance out the smaller picture frame, we're going to put 2 larger pieces on either side of it. So on the left side, we're doing a lamp that I've had for a very long time, probably like 8 or 9 years. And on the right side, we're using a pretty vase from Target and greenery also from Target from last year's collection. But that way it just balances out the smaller picture. And then when you see the whole space together, it just kind of flows naturally. The piece that you see next to the lamp is an Era diffuser, so it brings out a nice scent in the air. I love it because it's on a timer and it goes off different times during the day. I do not have any overhead lighting in this living room, so it's just up to any lamps that I add to bring light into this space. So I think by the time we're done, I'll have 1 floor lamp and 3 table lamps, but I'm going to switch out the light bulb in this lamp. The lighting that you have really makes a difference in a room. And I've been switching from kind of a really warm light bulb to just a little bit of a combination of a warm and a daylight light. So I can totally go into more detail in that if you want to see a video about how light affects your home. I don't know why I feel like I'm an expert on lighting. It's just kind of really crazy, but I think the light that you have in your home can definitely affect the mood you're in. We're gonna light some candles and I'm gonna show you how the room looks. And this was just starting to get dark outside, if you can see out the window. So I wanted you to see what it looks like kind of closer to the nighttime with all the pretty lights on. And then we'll also take a peek at what it looks like during the daytime too. I loved this challenge of spending no money decorating an entire room, and I have not really done anything to this room since we moved in like 8 months ago, so it was definitely time. And now this room just feels so cozy and inviting. Having some pictures on the walls, some blankets, pillows, and some decor just really makes a difference. The white couch is from IKEA. We have had it for maybe 7 or 8 years. It definitely needs to be replaced, but again, just not something that's in the budget right now. I have been on a spending freeze this year so far. We have a few bigger projects that we need to do, so I've really been trying to not shop at Target very much or anything like that. We want to finish the rest of the flooring on our main level. It's redone in this room right here with a beautiful vinyl plank that we love, but we need to finish the rest of the main floor. We also have either we're doing a whole kitchen remodel or part of a kitchen remodel. We're not sure yet. We're just kind of waiting for some things to fall into place or not fall into place. And I'm just trying to not spend much money right now. So no Target shopping for me right now. And here's what the room looks like during the daytime when the sun is actually shining so nice on this winter day here in Michigan. This room does have some nice windows in it, but it just doesn't film very well because of the lighting. But I hope this video inspired you to bring out some of your decor, move pieces around, and get decorating on your own home. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you back here soon. 'Cause I couldn't stand to listen to the sound of our flight. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Raeanne. I am so glad you're here today. We are gonna have so much fun. I have been buying a lot of new things for my house, and I want to take you along today and show you what I've been purchasing. I am really trying to figure out my design style in this house, and I think I'm nailing it now. It's taken me 6 months to figure out how I want to go, but I'm really leaning towards a more organic, modern design, black, white, some taupe coloring, and a little bit of gold here and there, keeping things very neutral and calming. I want my house to feel cozy and inviting, like I'm sure you do too. Today, as I show you what I've been purchasing, you'll see things that I'm really in love with and other things that I am realizing don't fit with the style of my house. So come along with me. I am so excited. Let's get started. We are going to start with a new art piece from one of my favorite artists, Lindsay Letters. You can find her on Instagram. She is amazing. I love abstract art, and I have one of these pieces. It's called Norway Road #1, and she has a few in that collection, and I think the one that I just ordered is #3, so they kind of go together, and I wanted them to be one of the spotlights in this back living room behind my couch, just a nice focal point, so I ordered it in a really big size. The frame is white. It just matches the other picture that I already had, and I love this one. I probably like this one even better than the first one, and it is just so beautiful. What I love about the neutral colors in this is that you could really put it anywhere in your house. You can move it from room to room, put it in a bathroom, put it in a bedroom, put it in a laundry room, and because of the neutral colors, you could have fun decorating around it. So our process of putting up pictures, which I make my husband help me with a lot, it usually takes a bit of time. I have some sort of eagle eye, and I can tell when a picture is off just ever so slightly. So I am pretty OCD when it comes to hanging the pictures, and my husband is usually up there using a level and figuring out where it might be straight, and I am looking at the picture from afar, telling him up, down, just a little bit, side to side. It's kind of really crazy, but in the end, it's usually level and looks really good. So I do end up coming over here to help him and take it down from him. And I am so excited. You know, I feel like decorating behind the couch is a really difficult spot. There's so many things you could do. I mean, you could leave it plain. You could have sconces beside pictures. You could do a gallery wall. You could have one huge picture. I feel like a lot of times it can be intimidating. And what I like to do is if I have an idea for behind the couch, I sit with it for a month or two or maybe 3 until I am really sure that that's what I want to do in that space. And because I already had one picture, I thought I should just use part of what I have and then add to it with the other picture. And I love how it looks in this room. Another reason that I wanted to keep these pictures neutral is because that fireplace wall to the right with the wonderful board and batten treatment that we just did, that is the focal point of the room. So I didn't want these to be the focal point. Coming in my front living room, which is more of just a sitting area, I guess I would say. I am not done with this room. I am going to be changing it up. I will talk about that in a little bit, but I have been eyeing the Ackley ottoman from McGee & Co. It's like $275, and I just couldn't justify spending that money, especially since I needed 2. So I found this great dupe from Target, of course. And again, I will link anything in the description below. I will try to link all the products that you see here today, but I do love these. I am still debating on them. I have some switches to do in this room before I feel like I can really make the decision to keep them or not. Surprise, another box from Target. That store loves me lately and probably hates me because I do end up returning a few things, but I had been eyeing this chair for a while. I've seen it on so many designers' Instagram stories, and I decided to go for it and just see how it looked in my own home. They have a few different colors of this chair, but I got this beautiful taupe tan color of chair, and I do love it. I think it looks super high-end. I love these chairs. So amazing, and honestly, I lucked out because I got one from Target and I went to a resale shop and found the other one for $125 less. So amazing, and I love them. They're so cute here. A new coffee table. I spent a decent amount on this, but I love it, and it was actually the cheapest version of this that I could find. Studio McGee sells something like this for 3 times the price, but I love it. I've been wanting this for a long time. So a marble top, nice black accent around, and the cute little crisscross underneath. I love it. It will look amazing once this room is totally done. I just got a huge bag of pillowcase covers from Woven Nook. I ordered directly from their site. They were having like a really good sale, so I went a little crazy and got a ton of pillowcase covers. So let's check these out. These are mostly neutral pillowcase covers. I have solids and stripes, maybe just 1 or 2 patterns. I did order 2 of these for my master bedroom. I'm in the process of redoing that room right now, and I thought these would look really good on the bed. So they're in a nice beige with black stripes. So I got 2 of those for the bed. All right, so it's good to vary your sizes. So I got 18 by 18, some 20 by 20, 22 by 22, and some cute 12 by 20. These are really good quality. I like this one. This is cute, a neutral, very light. It will create some contrast. I feel like this print has been popular lately and I just really like that subtle, it will just give it like some contrast to the striped pillows. And I did get the same one that I got for my master bedroom. I got it in a 12 by 20. I have 3 couches, 3 chairs, and 3 benches to decorate with pillows. So I kind of had to go a little crazy. All right, here's some 18 by 18s. So this one is a nice subtle pattern. It is like a taupe color, but just nice and subtle. I think that it will go really well with any of the striped pillows, really, and just give a nice contrast. This one, just a plain striped one. One thing that I'm going to do is get down feather inserts from Amazon. That way I can just purchase pillow covers and store these nice and small. My husband will be so thankful that I don't have boxes and boxes of big fluffy pillows everywhere. Don't get me wrong, I will get the occasional Target pillow still, but I like the idea of getting fun covers and just using all the same inserts all the time. So this one I thought was cute because the stripe doesn't go all the way across. It's a little bit different, so it gives some interest to the eye. These are really like nice and thick. I will say this one is more like on the thinner side, but these ones are nice and thick and I could definitely take a nap on that. All right, I got this dark one. How cute. That is really pretty. I love this. Some of these are double-sided and some of them are single-sided, like this one. I like this one. This one's nice. Another striped one here. So it will go like this. Love that. All right, so some of the neutral colors that I got here, I just kept these very basic. These were like, I think they were $10 or $12 on sale. So I was like, I'll just get a variety and then I can always change them out. When it's fall and winter time, I could do like a burgundy pillowcase, and this is good for like summer. So these are they're a light tan, I would say. I did get a chai. This one is a chai color. I only got one of these because I wasn't sure how I would like the color. So you can see the difference between those, but you know, layering this with this would be super adorable. So I did get, what did I get? 22 by 22, I believe, and a 18 by 18. I did get this gray color in, I got 2 sizes. So I also got the 18 by 18 and the 22 by 22. And then this one was called Storm. So let's see the difference here. There's just a slight difference in them. I mean, you can tell. I wasn't sure like how blue this would be, but I love that. That'll look so good. Even with just something like this, and layering things will look really cute. I did get a 12 by 20 of this, and then this is a bigger 22 by 22. I love that one. That is so beautiful. All right, this next stripe one, super cute. Definitely a gray, but I like that their gray is a warm gray. It's not like a cool gray. And most of these do have like the beige background. They're not completely white, but I think that gives it a nice soft look, and I really like that. All right, 2 more here. Surprise, surprise, another striped one. This is a nice tan color. Love that. Super cute, definitely simple. Look at this one, I love this. Nice, a little bit of a different design. I love that one. I cannot wait to style these with you. We are back in my front living room now. I wasn't feeling the rug that was in there, so that one ended up in my dining room, and I had this new one come from Amazon, and of course my dog Margot had to feel it and was so excited about it, but I rolled it out just a little bit so I could see what it looked like with the ottoman, and I do love it. We are coming to my back living room, and this was before church on Sunday, so I actually look a little decent here, but I ordered this lamp from Amazon. I know Wayfair has it as well, but Amazon was the best price that I could find. So I'm just gonna quickly put it together. The lighting in this room is okay. It's not great, and I love any type of table lamp or floor lamp. In Michigan, the winters are dreary, so it's nice to have all this extra light on, and plus it gets dark at like 5. So I will add any extra light in any room that I can. I love this lamp. It's a beautiful black and gold mixed together. It has 2 lights in it, which I love lights that have 2 light bulbs just because it gives that much extra light in a space. The shade on this one is not super big and bulky, and I feel like because of the size of it, it gives it just a nice modern vibe, which I'm really trying to add a mixture of modern pieces with cozy and elegant pieces that will really help make your space feel inviting. I love using these outlet plugs from Amazon. They go with your Alexa. Sorry if I turned anyone's on, but this way I can control them either with my phone or just saying turn on living room light, and it's just so nice. You can also set them to routines to turn on at certain times of the day and turn off, which is great. I also have my Christmas trees linked to these plugs, and they're called Christmas Tree 1 and Christmas Tree 2, and I can just tell her to turn them on and off every day. I still love this view outside of this window. I feel so blessed that we're able to have a beautiful backyard there. I ordered this cute little end table from Amazon. It's part of the Christopher Knight collection. It is adorable. It was a great price. I got it on sale, and it's just a nice little end table to have on the side of the couch to set a drink or a small plate on. Really inexpensive. I love the modern vibe that it has. And once we have new flooring and a rug in here, I think it will look amazing. These are both new, both from Target. I'll link them below. I was just doing a little switching around and putting the gold one in the front room and putting the white one in this back living room. All right, so in here, I had that in our other living room. I think I'm going to try to take it back. I'm just not feeling it for the way that I'm going right now. And I put up this scribble art up here, and I think I'm gonna take it down and see what this looks like. I even thought with this painting, I could even paint over this in a different color and make it more neutral if I wanted. I thought like some beiges or a light taupe might look pretty in there, and put that over there instead. We will eventually build a fireplace right here. So for right now, I think maybe having like this big picture there will just kind of fill the space better. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but the green couch. think I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna try to sell it and get something neutral. I'm just kind of changing my vibe and how I'm decorating. So, if I can't sell it, it's definitely gonna go in my basement because I think it will look good down there, a more fun space for my kids to play. Here is this setup right now. This needs to go downstairs. That was in my other living room and we just kind of set it here for now, but also I'm gonna change these out. I had them in 2 houses ago and they're just not the vibe I want for here. So I got some new picture frames. We'll get those out. And I think over here, I'm just gonna take it down. I feel like with this wall and this, and then the big picture, it's just like there's too much competing and I want to just do less is more. We're gonna keep like a plant here and a lamp there, which that's new from Target. I just haven't put, let's see, the top is right there. I haven't put that on, but we'll get that out in a minute too. It's like so crazy, but I think it's just competing with everything else and I need to take that down, leave that wall empty, and just have a few things on the piano. And in that big box that you saw is an end table. It's a nice wood, a neutral color from Studio McGee from Target. And I'm just playing around with the end tables in here. I know that I want a neutral couch. I'm gonna do 2 chairs, I believe, from World Market. I am just waiting for them to go on sale. And maybe one other cozy lounge chair in here. So I will need a few end tables and I'm just trying to figure out how I really want this room to look in the long run. This is a new bench. It's from Target, super soft. I've sat on it with no problems, but it's just a nice little filler piece for by the window. The new cabinets that we're working on, we are currently working on getting the knobs installed on them. This rug I had in that living room that you just saw, and I thought it would be so much better in here. We also put up a frame TV. The frame is actually coming today. It's just gonna be a wood one, and I can't wait to get that up. New light fixture in the box. It will replace this one, which looks super outdated. Let's see if we can get. It is gold and it is gonna be so pretty. I just got it off Amazon. Very inexpensive. If you see my videos, I do not love my kitchen, but we are getting a new fridge. Next week, it will be cafe appliances. It's gonna be white with gold hardware. I had it in my last house and we loved it. This wonderful pantry is brand new and I'm gonna do a video on it soon. We just built it. We have not finished installing the base and eventually there will be trim up at the top to make it look built in, but we need to wait until we replace this floor. This is the new floor over there. Love that so much better, but we will probably have to take at least the bottom section out when we redo the floor. So we are waiting to do the top trim until we see what we need to do from that standpoint. These are new bar stools. They're from the Kelly Clarkson line at Wayfair. They are sturdy and solid, and I just love the stripe right here. I think that's just so nice. But these are amazing quality for the price point, and they're just so cute. The wood tone pretty much matches my table, which is so nice, but I love those. Such good quality. This lamp is new. Studio McGee from Target, of course. Absolutely love it. My camera wasn't working when I put it together, so I didn't film myself putting it together, but I love it. It's amazing. These are window bench seats. You'll see those in an upcoming video. They are actually from IKEA and I love them. And I did order these bench covers from Etsy. They actually match the room perfectly. I was a little concerned. I really didn't know what the color was going to look like in real life, but I have some foam coming to insert into there, and then I will get those on top and it will look so much better. Eventually, when we change out the floor in here, we will build these up so they'll go higher and they'll look more built in, but we couldn't really do anything until we actually change out the floor. And in this one, we actually have our frame TV box in there, but it's nice just to have a little bit of extra storage in there for things, for random things that I need. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you got some inspiration and I hope that you loved all those fun new items. I will see you back here very soon and I hope you have a wonderful day. Today's video Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you're here today. I am going to be taking you on a very big house tour and show you all of the projects that I've been working on behind the scenes. Basically my entire first floor and my master bedroom. There's been a lot going on lately. So we're gonna start in my front entry room where it's gone through quite a few changes. If you've been with me for a while, you've seen some of those changes. And I was just wanting a very simple, calming look when you come in the front door. So I've been playing around with a few different paint colors and honestly wasn't loving this one that I was trying right here. But I am excited to show you how it is right now, and I'm sure there will be more changes in the future. All right, I am at the top of my stairs, and I wanted to give you a little update what's going on in my front entryway. I know this entryway has gone through quite a bit of changes, but I am mostly happy with how it is right now. I kind of want to change out the light for something a little bit more fun and put this one in our laundry room, but I haven't found what I want yet. I got those from Target recently. I painted all the walls Alabaster by Sherwin Williams. I feel like I need a little bit of contrast instead of this bench. I think my son would like this in his room, but I'm not sure what to put there yet. I've been focusing on other spaces, so I don't know if like some other kind of bench with maybe some pillows on it would look good. I will figure that out eventually. I still love this rug. It kind of hides the dirt pretty good. And maybe I would change out the molding at some point. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Or continue it on top to make it more interesting. So we'll see. It's just kind of a plain area and I'm enjoying it for now. And then on this side, we have the mirror, a lamp, my console table. I do maybe want to put a little bit of decor on here, but for now, I just want it simple and no clutter on there until I can really figure out the living room. All right, so after the entryway, you come to my front living room and it is pretty dark because there is no overhead light. So that's something that I really need to think about as I'm decorating this space. I need to make sure that I have plenty of lamps in this room to make up for the fact that there's no overhead light. But I am playing around with the arrangement of the furniture. I had 2 layouts that I could go with, and I think I'm gonna end up putting the piano back over here. That just seems to make the most sense. I don't play it every day. I don't need it out, and we want to put a fireplace right here. The reason why I want to have a majority of the seating facing these 2 windows is because there's a lake across the street and I want to be able to see it. So I think what's going to happen is fireplace, a nice rug, the couch, these 2 chairs that I got from Target. They are going to go on either side of the fireplace. So one will go here and one will go over there. I might have like a light and a tall plant back there. And then in that corner where that chair is, I want to put like a big chaise chair. You know, it has like a longer base to it, so I can sit there in the morning staring out the window and doing some of my work. It's just like a nice calm room. So I'm still trying to figure out a few things. This couch is pretty old from IKEA, so I would eventually like to replace it, but it's just not in the budget right now, so I will wait. But I know it seems a little weird to kind of have the couch floating in the room. I need to keep this open for a walkway around. And I mean, my 2 biggest things for this room was 1, to be able to look out the window and see the water, and 2, really have a nice cozy conversational area. So I think with the couch here and 2 chairs there, that will do what I want for this space. I am in the process of painting these walls again. You can kind of see the difference between this wall and this wall. This is Alabaster by Sherwin Williams, and this is just a plain white by Sherwin Williams. I am going to be painting everything the more kind of off-white, creamy color. It's just really, I just love that color right now. So I am excited to order a rug soon. I think it will really make it start looking really good. I have some ideas for some artwork and mirrors and things like that. So that is the update with this room. Maybe I'll get like a bookshelf or something for that corner. We'll see, but a blank slate pretty much right now. I can't wait to get it all done. These are the beige cabinets that are going in my office/dining room. And honestly, I just didn't love the color that was going on in here. I believe this one is Peppercorn by Sherwin Williams, and it may look completely different in your house, but it was definitely reading like a blue gray in my home. And after living with it for a few weeks, I decided that I wanted to change it up. But we're going to fill these seams on the top with wood putty. I am also going to cover any nail holes with it. I plan on painting this top black, as well as the base cabinets and everything on this wall. So I want to make sure that all the seams are covered so that will look really good in the end.
Guess I'm gonna stay put. I'm just gonna wait in the background watching you talk to.
All right, I'm gonna say sorry and apologize for any blurry shots. I got a new camera a little over a month ago, and I just don't understand cameras that well. So I was really trying to figure out how to focus things, and I think I finally figured it out. So I'm sorry for any blurry shots in this video, but I think I have it mastered now. So we're going to be painting these cabinets Tricorn Black by Sherwin Williams. I've used it in a few of my homes. I love it. It's a nice true black, and you're going to see the difference between the Peppercorn and the Tricorn Black. What a major difference. Now, I will say the Peppercorn, I originally thought I did want a blue-gray color, but I love having blacks, whites, kind of creams, and light wood in my home, so I am switching it, and honestly, I absolutely love how it turns out. While we're at it, we might as well change the light fixture. It was a very outdated 90s light in here. We switched it to this one. This one was super affordable. I will link it and anything I can in the description below for you, but I am not 100% sure it's gonna stay in here. I have another light that I bought and I am debating switching them out. So I'm gonna live with this one for a little bit and see how I feel.
Are you thinking about us too? Are you missing it just like
We have been in the process of taking down the blinds that were originally on this house. Either they were cloth and kind of dirty or wood ones, and they were all scratched up and not in good condition. So I had been bugging my husband for a little bit to get this one off, and he did that. Maybe I'll paint the inside black like I did to my back living room. I'm not quite sure yet, but it definitely could use a fresh coat of paint. So from this front living room, you walk into what was their formal dining room. We are going to use it as a dining room slash kind of office area. There's a few things that I still want to do to this room. Eventually, I'd love a new table. The color isn't my favorite, but you know what? Right now, it's fine. I'll get new chairs and a new table eventually, but not right now. I am gonna sell this piece because now that we have these built-ins, I don't really need it for the storage like I used to. And the TV is going to be moved over here. So I don't need it. It will create more open space in this room. Maybe I could put like a tall plant. This is alabaster, Sherwin Williams. It's pretty much going on my entire first floor. I just love it. It's a nice off-white color. So I will be painting most of the room that color. So my plan is to do built-ins on either side, and then right in the middle, I want to do vertical tongue and groove like a shiplap and put the TV in the middle. Maybe with a picture light on top or some sconces next to the TV and then the built-ins. And I kind of envision this whole area will be black. The same color that's on the cabinets, which is Tricorn Black by Sherwin Williams. And yeah, not sure about this light. I wish that it gave off more light than it does. Maybe I can just try to figure out something with the bulbs. Or I do have another light fixture that I could try in here. So not sure on that yet, but I am excited to get built-ins and I can decorate them. Yeah, this is just a crazy disaster right now because all of this needs to go in the cabinets, but I don't want to just throw it in there. I want to actually organize everything. So I don't want to just make more clutter and make more problems for myself. I want to make sure that I do it right. And I plan on filming that so you guys can see that too. I got another new light fixture. I love lights. I just think they can totally transform a space. This one I was originally gonna put in this front entryway, but it was gonna end up hanging too low. Even though we have 9-foot ceilings here, it just was gonna be too low. So I decided that maybe it could go in my kitchen area over the round table that we have in there. There was absolutely nothing wrong with this light, and honestly, I did save it. Maybe I will use it in our basement. I want to put a game table down there for my kids, and it would look super cute once we ever get around to finishing that space. But this side of the kitchen is pretty dark. There's no other lights on this half of the room, no can lights or anything. And this one with, I think it has like 25 or 24 light bulbs in it will really help make this space a lot brighter. I was playing around with a few different light bulbs. I really wanted some smaller ones, but our Lowe's didn't have those. I had to end up ordering some off of Amazon, and they were not the correct wattage, so it was kind of a whole ordeal, but I do love what I eventually ended up with. So I will show you that in just a minute.
Dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you.
One day I had my alabaster paint out and I decided to go a little crazy and start painting my kitchen. I have never been a fan of this, I don't know, it's kind of a green blue color. I know it looks more green right here. It's like a tricky color. It doesn't film well. It's not my favorite for a kitchen. Maybe it would look nice in a bathroom or something, but I just don't love it for my kitchen. Before we had my sister's wedding, I decided to go crazy and paint half the kitchen. So it did take, I think, about 3 coats, and I am so happy that I just went for it. I'm not sure that it will always stay this color, but for now, I love it. We'll have to kind of see what happens, what color cabinets I choose when we do our kitchen.
Let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, let me love. Baby, let me love you.
I actually do love painting. I think it can totally transform a room, as you will see here in a minute. And I love that feeling of giving the room new life, a new fresh coat of paint. It just feels clean and up to date. So I do love it. It is time consuming, and usually by the end of the day, my body is in pain, but I cannot wait to keep going on the rest of the rooms in our house. So as you can see, I did have to stop right here. It is not the easiest thing to get up above the cabinets, and honestly, there may be a chance that we're redoing this kitchen sooner than later. So it's kind of like, do I take the time to actually try to get up there, or do I just kind of hold off a few months until we decide if we're doing this kitchen soon? Because then I would put all the cabinets going up to the ceiling and I wouldn't need to paint that at all. So we'll see how long I can make it. Obviously, I didn't make it very long with this. We're actually gonna change some things when we do the kitchen. We will use these cabinets, either some of them here and some of them over on this side of the kitchen. And we're gonna make like an actual coffee bar with a mini fridge underneath, and it will have a counter on it. So a little bit of change there. It's nice with IKEA, these cabinets are all separate. So we can take them down and separate them. I am loving my light, definitely my style. I love it so much. And I did put frosted bulbs on here, and I think they look so good. I like the frosted look. I do wish they were smaller, but this is what I could find right now, and maybe eventually I'll switch them out, but that's good for now. We are going to be taking down these upper cabinets hopefully soon. So that's kind of why I didn't finish painting here, because once those are out, I'll have to paint the whole thing. Those are gonna go, I think, in my laundry room. We have no storage in there right now, so I'm so excited to get those in there and have some extra storage. This desk will eventually go once we do the kitchen, because part of this wall is coming out, and we plan on adding a 3rd glass panel of door right here, and this one will be the one that goes in and out. So this will be more of a walkway. Right now, the walkway is just kind of in the middle of the kitchen. It doesn't really make sense. So that is our plan for when that time comes. And we are debating doing a peninsula again or trying to fit in an island, but that will probably cost a lot more. So I don't know. We're just kind of playing around with some ideas right now, but this is how it looks. This is our mudroom area, I guess. It's pretty small, so I'm gonna have to be strategic about how I end up doing this room, but it was the same 90s tan color as the rest of the house was, and it definitely needed a new fresh coat of paint. We took some things off the wall. I think they had like an ADT system and maybe some hooks or something, and we just took whatever they had off so that we could start fresh. And again, I'm using the same alabaster color. All right, so we're in my back living room. The washer's going, so I'm sorry for the noise, but I can't stop it right now. But I did finish painting this area, and now you can see how yellow the door looks now that I painted everything. I do need to paint it, but you do want to prime your doors first, and I didn't have the primer out at that time. I was just painting, so I do need to paint that, and it'll probably just be the same alabaster color. I could do it like a black or something, but this space is kind of dark as it is, so I'm gonna just kind of maybe just do it light for now. So we took out some things there. There's a hole there that you can still kind of see. We need to get a patch kit and actually patch those, and we patched some over here. So our plan is to put, I don't know, we definitely are gonna do like a board here with some hooks. I originally thought maybe I would do some faux shiplap vertical and maybe paint it a different color. I'm not completely sure yet what I want to do, so I'm just kind of waiting. And we need hooks here for my kids. They need to put their coats and backpacks there. And then over here, we're gonna take off this door to the small closet. I would like to do some sort of bench seating because my poor kids just have to sit on the floor. So maybe only one could fit in there at a time, but that would be nice to have a little bit of seating in there, and build some hooks and some shelves for some storage in here. Definitely not a huge space to work with, but that's okay. We will figure it out, and we do have space in our garage too. Eventually this will be the same vinyl plank faux wood flooring that we have in the rest of the house, as well as this. And in the laundry room, I actually want to do a tile, so hopefully that will be different. And then coming in, this is our laundry room. It's not very big. We do have a sink in here. I would like to build some sort of countertop on here so that we can either fold laundry on there or just have a place for things. And then we will probably put those kitchen cabinets up here for some extra storage. Like, I can't even reach that shelf up there, so it's pretty much useless. I do love that we have a window in here, so when it's sunny out, it's just nice and bright. I have my vacuum, and then my mop goes right there. All this stuff can be put up in those cabinets once they're in here, so I don't know. We'll come up with something fun for in here, and definitely changing out the light. Those are all over my house. We need to change those. I want it as bright as possible in here. All right, I have started our master bedroom kind of remodel, but yeah, I am stuck with this space. I don't know, it's just giving me a hard time. I did the other day change out, I had like it was the same color as the pillows. So kind of like a creamy color, and I just wasn't loving it. So I just put our white quilt on top. That light bulb needs to be changed. I did put this light in here, and it's smaller than I thought it was, and I'm just not loving it. I want something a little bit more glamorous in here. I think that that's gonna go in my upstairs hallway, and I need to get another one, and we will move it once I figure out what's going on in here. But I have painted this room a few times, and I just feel like I can't get it right. So this color right here is alabaster, but this room faces north and it doesn't get a lot of natural light, and the alabaster is just kind of reading, I don't know, just a little off to me. I did try one color there, a darker color there. I'm not sure I love those either. And that was the original color. So these colors look so much better than the yellow that is still in half of the room. I had that picture up above the bed, but what I did instead is I actually got a arched mirror for above this nightstand and one for above this nightstand, because mirrors reflect, and I'm hoping that they kind of reflect what little light we actually get in. So I'm hoping that those help a little bit, and then I probably won't put anything above the bed. But I really want to get this room done. I am just kind of struggling with the paint color. I want it to feel warm and cozy and relaxing, and I'm just not sure that any of these colors are what I want right now. So we're just living with it right now, and I'll get there. We have so many projects to do, but first I need to find a light, because the light is going to give off probably a different color, a different vibe. If I get something with more light bulbs, it's going to be brighter. It may wash out the alabaster even more. So that is my first priority, is finding a light, and then I can start working on the paint colors. Anything will be better than this though. And if you want to see the living room reveal, I just did a decorate with me video, and this room is pretty much almost completely finished. So if you want to check that out, I'm going to link it up above in the corner and in the description below. I hope you had a great day and liked seeing all the updates. I will see you back here soon.